Hello and welcome back to Monster Mash Movie Marathon Day 4. And today we're going to be looking at The Vampire Bat 1933. Now, funny story about this actually. So years ago, me and my friend were in town and we went into Tower Records. We went in and we seen like a rack of, I think it's the Rack of Terror, I think it's called. I couldn't believe the films that they had. So I got the Black Six, the Black Gestapo. So you have that on a double disc, and then they had some horror films, some exploitation, mostly exploitation films, black exploitation films, stuff like that. I thought just the name was quite funny, The Vampire Bat, and I thought it was kind of funny, so I just did it. I just bought the film for the title type thing. Anyway, I went home that night and it's stood on my desk, or yeah, on my desk for like a year after. I was like, you know what, I should watch The Vampire Bat. So I did. And the first time I watched it, it's really, really bad. It was way too dark. It was quite shit. The quality was absolutely terrible on DVD. I think they just ripped it off of a televised TV in like the 50s or something like that. It was quite a bad quite a bad transfer of the files. Anyway, so again, as I did with Carnival of Souls last week, I watched this on Amazon Prime Video, and I don't know whether it was my physical copy or it's something to do with the streaming service, but I actually found it better quality wise, but not the best for the story. Anyway, so the story is kind of confusing because what happens in the story is that there are murders going around and this small town in, I think, Germany or something like that, and so the residents are freaking out and they think it's a vampire, and it's okay. Urban myths, urban legends pop up throughout the film, like zombies, vampires, sort of that pops up in conversation with the doctor of this small town, and he's a lovely man. He's a nice, well-to-do doctor, living with his two maids. So the villagers suspect this simple kind of special needs-esque villager, played by Fritz, who was Dracula's servant in Dracula 1931. So we have some other casts who were in films from last year, which is actually pretty cool. one of the main guys from An Old Dark House is in this as well. His name, I forget his name at this time, but he's in this, and he plays very well. So it turns out that the doctor is actually the vampire. Well, he's not. Well, the thing is, he's not implied that he is a vampire. He's implied that he's kind of a mad scientist. More of a mad scientist than a vampire. And what he wants to do is he wants to basically what Dr. Frankenstein wanted to do, but with blood. So he drains his victims' blood to feed this kind of fetus-looking thing he has in his laboratory, in like a secret part of his house. It's very, very odd. But I actually remember this being way worse than what it actually was when I first saw it. Because when I first saw it, I was like, you know what? It's kind of stupid. It's kind of funny. But it was in my wheelhouse at the time. Because I was like into my, well, I kind of slam. That's where I do the Monster Mash movie marathon. But I was really getting into bad horror / sci-fi films at that time. So this is kind of up my wheelhouse, and so many people weren't talking about it. Like, nobody was talking about it at this point. And I doubt that people actually know about this film. So again, but I was pleasantly surprised that this is kind of a competent, more competent than I actually remember it for the first time, which is actually really surprising, to say the least. I thought that the addition of Fritz, because I don't think he has names from. I was gonna go Fritz. So, I like that Fritz was just a red herring. And he is the definition of a red herring, which is kind of neat. But yeah, no, because he commits suicide by jumping off a cliff when the villagers are hunting him down, kind of like halfway through the film. Like halfway through the film, your suspect dies, so like everybody else is kind of like, oh well, actually, what's actually going on here? And I actually like that. I actually think like that's, really interesting dynamic of, well, the bad guy that we thought was the bad guy, he's actually dead, and there's more people being killed. So it's not, it wasn't him, it wasn't him all along. Who's the actual bad guy? And it's the doctor. The doctor is actually really menacing in this film. He's really friendly and caring, but like when he's found out to be like this kind of mad doctor, he goes off the rails completely, and it's really, really cool to see. Yeah, this film, would I recommend it? Yeah, I actually would. actually would recommend it, to be honest, because it's one of these films that um you don't actually know what's gonna happen, because it's interesting and it keeps you guessing, and it keeps you watching the film, and it keeps the suspense at a nice level of it keeps the suspense at a nice level. So I actually really liked it, and the second time I watched it, I thought it was a good uh, thriller slash horror film, which I liked. So yeah, anyway, that's it for Monster Mash Movie Marathon 2K19 Day 4. See you guys tomorrow.